Ayurvedic system takes these 5 elements and it breaks them down into 3 forces called the doshas. So the elements are like the base material, and the forces are the doshas of how these elements are interacting. So the first dosha or constitution is called Vata. And Vata is a combination of air and ether. And of course, air and ether are cold, they're light, they're movable, very changing. And so Vata has all these qualities. They're drying, emptiness, loss, Vata. If we look at the next force of nature that moves through all of us and all things, it's Pitta, and the dominant quality of Pitta is fire, but it also is a combination of water, and the part of water that Pitta is the liquid fluid part. And so when we think about that, we think about oils. So we think about heat, we think about penetration, but we also think about like this oily fluidity. We think about a lot of movement and fieriness and personality in body and digestion, in food, in temperature and environment, in season. See how these apply to all parts of our life. And what we're trying to do, as we spoke about in the Ayurvedic lesson from the previous week, is that we are trying to align with nature. And those different times of day have different forces that dominate them. And to understand the force that dominates the different time of day is going to empower us to do things that help us find balance through bringing in some of the opposites. So that last dosha is called Kava, which is earth and water. It's heaviness, it's density, it's more solid and colder. We can see how these elements and forces arise in all parts of nature, in our body, in our mind, in our food, in the season, in the time of day. And if we look at this very simple principle, like increases like, and opposites balance, then we can start to go, oh, okay, right now I'm feeling there's too much earth quality. I'm feeling heavy, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling lethargic, I'm feeling like I just can't digest anything. It's feeling like it's sitting like a ton of bricks, a ton of stones. Look at our language, how we even say that. Sitting like a ton of stones right in my stomach, right? So we're like, oh, well, what's the opposite of that? Well, of course, some movement, some heat. So bringing in some fire, getting some stimulation. Okay, I need to do some things that are going to stimulate me right now and stimulate me in a good way. And I'm not saying go drink loads of coffee, but actually of all the constitutions, Kaphas are more predispositioned to be able to handle caffeine or stimulants. Vatas and Pittas should really start to avoid them because that stimulation sends a Vata person and a Pitta person far out of balance because it's like increases like.